welcome to the dinner table with Q and She. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I like that.
Hand claps.
Hand claps. Well, we are back for our part 2. First of all, I just want to say good evening, everybody. How's everybody's days going? What is on your plate today? So we just want to, give a shout out to everybody, say hello, and get this show started. Are you guys excited about our part 2 with Mimi? We are excited to have her back. Thank you for coming back, Mimi.
Absolutely.
And Mo.
Hey.
It's good to see you ladies again. My guy
you.
Q right here.
Hey.
Yeah, I got to say welcome back to you too. You had to go to New York and do your thing, so it was safe travels there, safe time while you were there, and safe travels back. So,
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? I want to say, thank God for that. And you missed last week. We had a
did.
good time. I mean, you still here. You were here in spirit and
It
on
was
the
not
video.
the same like being in, being
Right.
here in the studio. I was, live thanks to Mo and technology, or Miles and technology. I was able to be on the show in New York, but it's one thing to be in the studio, and it feels good and it feels great. So I'm so glad to be back home. We had a delay in our flight, but everything worked out. So it's no place like home. There's no place like home.
That's right. Well, once again, we drinking Earl Stevens,
Hey.
Mango Scotto. That's what we do. We get loose up here, have a good time. You understand what I'm saying? Well, I didn't get a chance to say welcome home, Kwame Kilpatrick last week. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm glad that, you know what I'm saying, he came home.
Yes.
You understand? It was too much time for what they charged him with. It was just too much time. So I'm glad he home with his family and everything. And I also want to say, shout out to my dude Tristan, man. He got a role in the BMF film.
Okay.
BMF series. Stars is going down, man. Represent Detroit. That's big for Detroit. Especially,
Right.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, us as actors and how we grind. I was talking to my partner earlier today. I'm like, a lot of people are going to see him for the first time, but they're not even going to understand how long he been grinding. You know what I'm saying? How seasoned that he is. So shout out to my man. Shout out to 50 Cent. Shout out to the whole team for even casting, you know what I'm saying, someone from Detroit that's been grinding.
You got the role for me?
No, he didn't get the role for Big Meech. Okay. And that's crazy because he looked just like Big Meech.
He
You
does.
understand what I'm
He
saying?
looks
So
just
it's
like him.
kind of funny to see. I want to see who they're going to have playing Big Meech.
I forgot who they said was going to play.
I heard some talks about Jim Jones.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard it was somebody who was related to one of the rappers.
Now, Big Meech's son is going to play Big Meech in his early days.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
cool.
Lil Meech
just
is going
like
to play that.
him.
You know
He
what I
look
mean?
just like him.
And he looks just like him. You know what I'm saying? But like Tristan, for him to play Big Meech, I mean, that was just we were so locked in on that, like. He got that, you know what I'm saying? Then you seen him with Big T all the time, you know what I mean? So, but just to be involved in that is still a good look, you know what I'm saying? So, and also, it's Black History Month, you know what I mean? So, we got to especially play homage to that, So, but we here every Thursday. This is the dinner show, the dinner table show. What's on your plate? We back with my girl Mimi and her sister Monique.
Hey.
We had such a good show last week. We had like over 1,000 views within 24 hours.
Oh, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah, so
Thank y'all. Thanks for the support. I'm happy I could share.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's huge.
So we're here with part 2. What we discussed last week, I think we ended off with we talked about chemo, and then I think we went into the radiation.
We hadn't started talking about the radiation.
Okay, and then we also got into Mo having the gene, right? And before you had to go through chemo or anything like that. If that was the case, you went ahead and had your breast removed,
Right.
So in that way, and support of your sister, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying, and that way, so you wouldn't have to go through what you seen your sister go through.
And you know what? I did that because I watched my sister go through what she went through.
That's right.
And I went through it with her. I didn't go through the pain and what she went through, but the mental of it, I went through it with her.
Yeah.
And I hear people say, "Why you do that? Why you shouldn't have did that? You should have just kept going to get your mammograms." Well, okay, I already know. It's a possibility that I could.
That's right.
Why not go ahead and take care of it?
Right.
I'm not doing this for nobody but me.
Right.
And bonus boobs.
So
Mimi's crazy.
but Mimi, what did that do to you? You know what I'm saying, as far as, your sister, doing that, and also in support of you. How did that make you feel?
So it was huge because, for one, when we got the gene checked, it let me know that we had it, and so now I wanted to rush the kids to get checked because I didn't want nobody to deal with what I had been through. You know, I done got a port stuck in. I'm doing chemo for every Monday for the first 3 months. Surgery, I'm doing chemo again. My nails falling off, my hair falling out. You know, my tongue, I couldn't talk, and you know, I just didn't want to see nobody else go through that. And when she watched me go through that, she was like, "Oh no, that's a lot. It's a lot." You know, and if it's something that can be done early, I'm all for it. I had a girl reach out to me. Matter of fact, I think she wanted to be your friend. Her name's Cynthia Black.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay,
right.
I saw
and
her
so
page.
and so she said that her mom, I don't know if her mom had been diagnosed. This is her second time.
Okay,
and so she said that she was considering getting her breast taken off, and I'm like, do it. You know, that's just my thought. You know, with going through everything that I went through, I wouldn't wish that on nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if that's something that you can prevent,
then do it.
then do it. I mean, you know, that to live, to survive, why not?
You know,
You know?
I just wanted to do a recap, just those who know, who didn't, if you didn't see the show last week or you, continuation of the show, what we're talking about. And Mimi is a survivor. She's a breast cancer survivor, and she's here to tell her story. So I just wanted to do a little recap of, you know, what we talked about last week, introduce new people, and then the ones who watched last week, where we at today.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mimi, can you start, like, you know, just give us a recap of what happened, how it happened, how you found out, and things of that nature.
Yep. So I found a lump, and let me just say this: I was getting my mammograms at 40, you know, and so I just assumed mammograms was all good. They're not. If you can do your self-exam every month, do it, because that's the way I found it, you know. But by the time I got it checked out, I was already stage 3, you know, and stage 4 is. That's where it's, you know, crucial. It's really crucial. So I kind of waited a little bit, and that's the reason why I went through what I had to go through. You know what I mean? But I did the 3 months of chemo. I found out July 24th, 2018, worst day of my life.
Yeah, I wrote that down because I wrote that date down.
July 24th, 2018. I never forget that call. That just break your whole spirit because, you know, you think that's it. You know, that's a death sentence. And that it scared me. You know, that was the worst day of my life, I think, you know, besides my daddy passing, but there's, you know, you never want to hear that cancer diagnosis, and then to have to get, you know, your breast taken off. And, you know, I used to look in the mirror, I'd be in the mirror, and it's days that I still cry, you know, when I wake up in the morning, I'm so thankful. Yes,
it's life changing, y'all.
You look in the mirror and you're like, oh my God, this is so different. You know, my life is
very
so different. You know, and it's
where the tissue at?
It's terrible. You know, it's a horrible feeling. You know, I'm thankful. I'm so thankful to be here, but to you know, have to deal with what I went through, you know, and then to this day I still have effects, you know, and that's another thing that bothers me, because anything that happens to me, if I feel like I'm sick, I think I got cancer.
Right.
If anything, like my stomach been bothering me, I feel like I got cancer, you know, so it makes you scared to go to the doctor, but I know that I need to go because I don't want to let anything happen that go too long. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that might be something I need to get, you know, counseling for. And some people need that. You know what I mean? That may be that. Some people need that, you know?
I was just going to ask that, like the post-trauma, you know.
Oh, man.
Do you recommend, and basically you just answered my question, you know, counseling, because it's mentally draining. I mean, you're going through it, and, you know, by the grace of God, you overcame it, but you still have times where, you know, like you said, you know, anything that happens, you related to cancer.
I just be so petrified, you know, and I could imagine people that have been through it, you know. Paulette Starks, Baby Doll Starks.
Yep.
Paulette, she was one of my, we did chemo together. You know, every time I came in the room, she was always there. Spirit was everything. But she had breast cancer 10 years, you know, ago. And then she ended up getting lung cancer, you know, and that worries me. When I first got my scan to find, you know, after I found out I had cancer, they got the scan and they wanted to check and make sure the cancer hadn't spread to my stomach and, you know, in my throat and all of that. It had spread to my lymph node, just one of them. And so... Oh, man, I just lost my train of thought.
You can't blame me on the
What Friday was it? May 11th, right?
Shut up. But, yeah, I don't know.
You was talking about Miss Starks and her.
Yes, she did chemo with me, and she kept her spirit up. That's what I was saying. Yeah, she ended up getting lung
she
cancer.
Came back with it. See that?
Right. Thank you. But she ended up getting
that.
lung cancer. But when I got my scan, they found a spot on my lungs. So now I have to get that checked. So that's another huge worry for me.
Yeah.
You know, when it started out, they said it's like if you look at the tip of an ink pen, that's the spot on my lung right now. So now I have to keep getting that checked. That's another worry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just feel like my life is different.
It's completely changed.
It's completely changed. I feel like I'm not normal. Like I'm not a normal person because of everything that I've been through.
Wow.
So, okay, let me ask you this. Like we talked about, you know, going through all the trauma and stuff like that. At what point did you feel like, I'm going to beat this? Like it's you starting to turn that curve to where, you know, there's a lot of positivity going on and you like, I'm going to beat this, and you start feeling better.
You know what? My feeling happened when I first met my surgeon. When I first met my first doctor, Dr. Parmley. The very first day he told me, he said, oh, the type of cancer you got, breast cancer, that's the one you want to get if you got to get cancer.
Right.
You know, and like I told you, I was ductal carcinoma, and I had invasive. There's non-invasive, I had invasive. And so that's the one that you want to get, you know, if you got to suffer through it, you know. And he made me feel like I was going to be okay, you know. He like, oh, it's a journey. Now, you going to be I got 3-4 doctors. So you're going to be at the doctor all the time. And that really changed. I was doing doctor's appointments all the time. Radiation. I did 5 weeks of radiation, 5 days a week. Every day I was in that machine. I had to be there at 1 o'clock. My appointment was every day at 1 o'clock. Kamaya went with me every day. And I was only in the machine for about 15 minutes. Now, radiation is not painful, not at all. You just in a machine, they shooting this harmful radiation in your body, but they targeted just the areas that, you know, the breast cancer was in. And the effects of the radiation hardened everything. It hardened everything. So when I started, and I had my surgery in 2019, January 2nd, 2019, they gave me tissue expanders. Tissue expanders help to give you the tissue in your breast to be able to get the implants in.
Okay.
And it also protects from, like, if I had got the implants and did the radiation, it would have damaged the implant. So they did the tissue expanders, and once I got done with the radiation, my chest was so hard. I felt like a dude, like I had been pumping iron, and everything was just brick hard. So now, mind you, now I'm sleeping with this I had tissue expanders in for almost 1.5 years before I could actually get, because the radiation had damaged me so bad, it dropped my skin up so tight that it wasn't no way that, you know, I wanted to be a larger size. You know, I wanted to pop them things out and couldn't because the radiation damaged you that bad. And it's crazy because, like I said, I'm in the machine every day and I wasn't feeling no effects, none of that. But I started seeing it. It made my skin dark. To this day now, I don't have any hair under my underarm. I have no hair under my underarm. And it never came back in. And I've been done with radiation since last year, you know. So I couldn't imagine people. Miss Starks, she ended up, after she fought all of that lung cancer, she ended up getting some spots on her brain. And she had to do radiation. And I can imagine that. You done lost your hair and you never know if that's coming back at all.
Right.
You know, and her spirit was always up. And that's another thing with cancer to me, is to stay positive. It's the only way.
It's the only way.
No matter what sentence you got to stay positive. You got to keep smiling. I know it's tough, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I cried all the time. You know, I still cry, you know, and because I wake up in the morning thankful.
How do you do that knowing that, and I hate to say this, but knowing that's a chance that you could die? Absolutely. How do you stay positive? How do you stay smiling? How do you stay,
My family. Okay. You know, I see people that go to funerals and from people that done passed away from cancer, rap, you know, and we crying, and you know, it's ain't no other way, you know. You got to fight it, and then you got to be positive, because I love my family. I want to be here with my family. I couldn't imagine them, you know, having to see that. And it's crazy too, because I think that had I, you know, I don't know, had I not had this chance to be here, I always think I would have my funeral before I passed if I knew that I had cancer and it wasn't nothing to do. I would want to see what people thought of me before I went, and it's crazy because I get all these thoughts in my head, all from one cancer diagnosis,
And speaking of radiation, my dad went through radiation. He had prostate cancer, and he went through radiation. And I'm my dad's only child. My dad's deceased now. He passed away last year, but he did radiation years before that. And I just kept saying I had to be strong for my dad. My dad was strong. He was, he kept the positive attitude. It is what it is. And because he was strong and he stayed positive, it encouraged me to stay strong and to stay positive. So I was watching the show. I watched it a few times from last week, and I loved both of your energies. I was like, wow, everything, you never know what somebody's going through.
Thank you.
Yeah, you never know what somebody's going, but I was like, the way y'all carry yourself, y'all spirits, and I'm like yin and yang. Y'all like, yin and yang. So I was looking at y'all relationship, and you need a support system. But then I remember you was talking about when you don't have a support system, those people who don't. So that's when you have to be strong. You have to have the faith, and you have to encourage yourself. You have to speak over yourself.
Absolutely.
You have to encourage yourself. So, like I said, that experience, radiation, I know it do to your skin and everything.
My God. Yeah. The lasting effects of everything. You know what I mean? Like now, I still, from the chemo, I still have neuropathy in my feet, so my feet bother me all the time. This was the queen of rubbing the feet down.
Really?
She'll still do it for me today. But it just the chemo is so damaging to your body.
But wait a minute, y'all. She had a chemo that was so strong, they had to keep it in a tinted bag.
What
The
do you
lady
mean?
suited up.
Like
What do you mean?
the sun.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what it would do to it, but it was so strong. It was a dark bag, and they had to, just shoot it in her vein just a little bit at a time, and that was just
Couldn't do it real fast.
the craziest thing I ever seen.
It was red.
Now,
it was red.
Let me ask you this. My dad didn't go through the chemo part. He just had to do the radiation. With the chemo, and I was dating someone at the time who had to go through chemo, and it just drained him. It made him sick, and it was a process to go through. And sometimes he would give up, and I'm like, you can't give up, because it was so much.
You get tired.
You get tired. I mean, he was like, I'm tired.
Nauseated, just that whole feeling. But you know what? Me going through chemo, I thought I was gonna lose weight. I was fat as ever. I got to like 240. Remember, you was there and they weighed the bed.
Man, I remember I hugged you. I hugged you, and I was like,
Nope.
No.
Do it.
I said it was like hugging it was like hugging a running back. You know what I'm saying? But those was the things that we did because we kept all the time, and she laughed. I was just trying to make her laugh. I didn't want to do nothing different because a lot of times when people go through things, people want to get sad and want to say, and then that kind of brings the person down,
Right.
But if you act normal and be the same way that you usually be, that gives them spirit and hope, and I don't want you to act different towards me.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, something's going on. I'm still me.
Yep.
I'm going through this and I'm surviving it. But like I said last week, I think, and that's why I always encourage Mo. I be talking to Mimi all the time, and I'm like, you got a book in you. You understand what I'm saying? And Miles, he published a book.
You got one.
He has connections to get a book published and everything. And I'm like, you got a book in you because your book will save a lot of people.
Yes.
Because you were so transparent all the way through from the beginning to end.
Yep.
And you don't know who you touched that was looking and didn't say anything.
That's right. Yeah.
At your videos.
Yeah.
So your book, and when you put in your book, you put in a detail. I'm telling you, you have a bestseller that will, it's like this. You can eat some food and the food is over at that time. But a book will last forever.
Yeah.
Because this is not, hopefully they have you where it doesn't happen anymore, but you
You gotta call him.
we got a caller?
Oh, hey.
Let's see what's happening with the caller. We got a caller coming in. All right, caller, thank you for calling the dinner table. What's on your plate? You here with Q and She, and we talking with Mimi and Mo. Do you have a question or comment you would like to ask the ladies?
I just got a comment. What's up, y'all?
Hey.
Hi, good evening.
I wanted to say, this D Jones, as a comic, coming as they say,
Hey.
Okay.
D. Jones.
Hey.
I got to get back with you too, my brother. My bad. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get to you in a minute. but for you two ladies, man, we would have to put smiles on people's face, but y'all were so much of a joy. Y'all would put smiles on our face.
So
Aw,
sweet.
thank you.
And I just wanted to call and thank y'all.
I
even
appreciate that.
though whatever you going through, stay strong.
Absolutely.
And I'm speaking for all the comments. We love y'all.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
We love you too, right?
Oh, thank
Not
you.
So and Q, you ain't call me back to host the party tomorrow, but it's okay.
I didn't even know it was tomorrow. Like, man, I got so much going on. But for the listeners that's on my Facebook Live, you can't hear the questions, but this is comedian D. Jones, man. Funny guy, man.
Funny
Listen,
as ever.
man, when you hear
As
anything
ever.
about D. Jones doing, just know you're going to crack up. Your stomach going to be hurting. This is a funny man. Been doing it for years. But he was a comic down at, they say, where the ladies bartend. And so he was saying that, their spirit kept, even though they were the comedians and they were making people laugh, but their spirits kept the comedians up. You know what I'm saying? So, that's big, man. And the people that's chiming in that don't know Mo and Mimi personally, I've been knowing these ladies longer than did that sound? I've been knowing y'all longer than I haven't been knowing. I'm trying to say I've been knowing y'all.
It's been over 25 years.
Yeah, so I'm saying I've been knowing. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I've been knowing.
But we gonna work with you.
Right. But from day one, man, they've been the same, man. And so I think that helps out too because the personality is so huge.
It is.
That when we all, it's crazy because all of us have a personality. When you come into the room, we lighten the room up. Us. Really, we do lighten the room up. When we
You
come
just
in.
lighten it up
Shut up.
anyway.
You
You
lighten
lighten
it
it
up.
up.
See,
Right.
these are no. Look here. We are the barges or the bages.
Fluorescent.
The bages.
You
know what I'm
are
saying?
the bages. Don't put me in that. Don't put me in that. You did the bages.
Right now, we skins against shirts right now.
So horrible.
You know what I mean? But just the personality is big. I mean, and that help out too because you have people that don't have those big personalities, and you go into a depression.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can tell us. We can see the videos of how you crack jokes and everything, but behind closed doors. You know what I mean?
It was emotional.
It was
emotional. It was emotional. But I like working down at They Say. That was the best time ever for me. That was a good life for me until I found out I had cancer, and I just was just completely lost. You know what I mean? Now I don't have that anymore. I don't have that to be able to go. I'm thankful that I was able to be at home, though. My husband allowed me to stay at home and heal and take care of myself. And,
Right.
and he worked, you know what I mean? And so I didn't have to worry about none of that. And so all of that was huge for me because you don't want to have to be stressed about going to work. I couldn't imagine. It's so many people that have to deal with cancer that don't have it as easy as I had it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel bad for that. I really do because it's a tough battle. It's a tough battle. And I'm so thankful, that I had them type of people.
And it's so sad that they can't come up with a cure for cancer because they getting $6,000 every time she show up to go get chemo.
That's why they don't have it, because it's a huge money. It's a money gap.
It's
grab.
sad
It's
though that
huge,
people
yeah.
have to suffer and live their life going through that because they all about getting some money.
It's all, yeah.
And some people ain't blessed to have the insurance that I got. My husband provided for me, so they may not get the same care that I got.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's that's got to be the most horrible spill. Is that a word, y'all? Here I go
Horrible.
with the you.
Horrible.
You just sit back.
The onlyest.
Just need you to sit back.
But you know what? They have cures.
They do.
It's a cure.
But it's about money because if we cure this, you understand what I'm saying? Where the money coming from to keep you going to the doctor, to keep the things you have to go through for the rest of your life. That's big business.
But Mo just said every time she went, it was
and I went every Monday.
$6,000.
And
I
you
went
went
every Monday.
Every Monday.
For 6 months.
Do y'all know how many people is purposefully misdiagnosed?
Yeah, just for that. Absolutely.
Just for that.
Yeah.
There was a doctor in Southfield who just got arrested.
Yeah.
Wow.
About he diagnosed over 125 people.
Yeah.
But see, I like what you said last week, and you said go get a second opinion, because don't take the first thing that you hear.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't. They hear that and they like, and then they'll stay there. No, go get a second opinion. Make sure this is what you have. Get another diagnosis from another doctor. And
If you're uncomfortable with it.
if you're uncomfortable, yeah. And it's we were talking about this last week. Insurance. I work in the insurance business, and it is something. I remember one time I went to the doctor. It was actually my OBGYN, and I stopped going because, and I always thank the God, I've always been blessed to have great insurance, but I had Blue Cross Blue Shield, and she was like, "Oh well, yeah, they'll see you. You got good insurance."
Yeah.
And that she thought she was saying something
Ain't
to make
that
me feel
terrible?
good, but it actually made me feel bad,
Right.
Because you don't treat people according to what kind of insurance that they have.
Exactly.
So I just, and it's just so wrong how people get treated. It's
Yeah.
$1 billion industry. It really
huge,
is.
yeah.
And I know nurses, that I know that they don't even like what they see and what they witness with people and how people are treated when it comes to, your medical expenses and things that you need. So if you have cancer, you don't have good insurance, or you don't have a support system, I feel bad for people who have to go through that journey, and the money, the bills are piling up.
And they
you
not
can't
gonna
get
give
certain
them the treatment.
Yeah, they're not going to give you the
them
treatment.
that treatment that they need. Right? No,
Yeah.
not at all.
That's crazy.
My total bill. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Q.
go ahead.
My total bill for Blue Cross, they pay. My bill ended up being almost $300,000.
Wow.
Almost $300,000.
That's time
and it's
back.
still adding up. It's still adding up.
And
I
it's
take
still
a
adding
pill.
up.
I take a pill every day
Yeah.
for the next 15 years.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like Miles, the doctor that had the cure, and they killed
They killed
Dr.
him.
Sabi.
Yeah,
Dr. Sabi.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No,
killed
I knew it. I was just saying it, but Dr. Sabi, he had the cure. Just the stuff that we eat. Think about it back in the day, man.
That's the biggest problem
They
what we
had,
eat.
my grandmother is 101 years old.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
That's
ain't
My
a
that
grandmother is
blessing. That's a
101
blessing.
years old.
blessing.
Mary E. Reeves, man, queen from Southwest Detroit. You understand what I'm saying? She is 101 years old. I said, Grandma, how did you do it?
Right.
She's like, I never ate fast food. I didn't eat
my
any
grandma.
leftovers.
Yeah, that's my grandmother.
Yeah.
Now she like, I take my Popeye chicken because I only got the weekend left. She been saying that for years. I only got but a weekend left. Like you done had a weekend left for like 20 years.
But she get that Popeyes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, she like, I didn't eat leftovers.
And you know what they did
You
too?
know, she
My
would
grandmother had a garden. My grandmother and my dad had
Yeah,
a huge
she had a garden as well. Absolutely.
We grew everything and we ate, and she cooked it, and we didn't eat fast food like that. It was actually a treat when we did get fast food, because we didn't eat like that. We had Sunday dinners and
Right.
things
Yeah.
that we don't have that number. We just stop at McDonald's or Wendy's or Burger King, and
Nobody has time anymore.
Yeah, nobody
there you
has
go.
time
Everything is
anymore.
rushed. You know what I'm
Everything
saying?
is rushed.
Everything is rushed. And then you mess around and you eat these hamburgers and chicken and nuggets, and those are fillers. You understand what I'm saying? You might mess around and order a 20-piece drywall mud. You don't know what it is.
But
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But it's fillers.
Taco Bell, I haven't ate Taco Bell in years because they meat, it just tastes different. But then I was told that it was, fillers in that. And I'm like, I'm not eating that. You don't know
They
what this
stretching
is.
it out.
Yeah, they stretching it out. Yeah.
Hey,
Gotta cook.
What was that documentary?
Oh, what the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell?
Man, I watched
That's
What the
really
Hell,
good.
was like, oh my God.
That's what made me go vegan for 8 months. I was mad for 2 days.
You went vegan for 8 months? What happened?
Yeah, I lost 10 pounds.
What happened?
We can't talk about that.
We can't. We got time. It's only 7:30.
I
We
went
really
vegan
can't.
for 8 months. I lost 61 pounds. But because I was mad that they treat us like that. They said that this is the 4 food groups we should eat, and we've been learning that since we were 3, 4 years old.
Right.
And it fed and it bled off into us, and now we in bad condition. COVID hit, and it showed we in bad condition.
We are,
Absolutely.
yeah.
You're right.
High blood pressure, diabetes, and everything.
And people not going to the doctor like
They're
they're
not.
supposed
No.
to.
They're not going to
And
the
on
doctor.
that note, I say this: women, kids. women, men, black, white, whatever nationality you are. That's this. That done got me.
Like
Don't-
the storm.
Don't wait on an exam. Check yourself.
Yes.
Feel on yourself.
Feel
I'm
on
telling you.
yourself. Check yourself. Everybody, check yourself. I'm saying because
Jackson 5?
my cousin, she found out too late. She didn't check herself. She wasn't going to get mammograms. You're not supposed to get them until you get 40.
Right. And she wasn't 40.
No.
Yeah, that's when you spoke about last week.
She hadn't got 40 yet. So check yourself. Please check yourself.
What you say? She
On
had
top
what?
of us having the gene.
What you say?
What?
I caught that. Look, I catch everything. She hadn't got 40 yet. I want to make sure. Hold on, Doc. Before. I'm not cutting you. I'm sorry to cut you off. I have people on here that's asking, what's the number? Cynthia Black, I want to let you know the number. And the viewers,
Cynthia.
the number is 248-854-9850. That's the calling number. Again, 248-854-9850.
And Cynthia is who we was just talking about. She's the one that is considering doing the, double mastectomy, and I encourage her to do it.
It wasn't hard.
Go earlier to get their breast checked, earlier than 40?
Yes.
Well, see, now with us having the gene, my girls, even though they don't have the gene, they doctors still suggest that they go and get them checked early.
Okay.
So
I think the minute you get breast, I think for a woman, she getting breasts, I think she should be getting started.
absolutely.
But Miles, you know what? These insurance companies won't pay for it if you go. They won't pay for it.
Well, at least the mothers, or at least people can start teaching them how to
do the
Yes.
self-exam.
Yeah.
That's
That should
huge.
be part of their
That's
physical
huge.
education,
Yeah.
self-check.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To show you how to do it the right way.
That's
my
huge.
My mother had her breast removed. And she had one again brain.
Oh, man.
And see,
We got a caller?
We got a call coming in.
Thank you for calling the Dinner Table Show with Q and She. We're here with Monique and Mo. And if you have a comment or what happened?
Right.
What I say, Monique and Mo? I said Monique and Mo. I mean Mimi and Mo. Do you have a comment
Right back.
or do you have a question? What's on your? Did I say Monique and Mo?
Yes.
Man, this.
Y'all one of the same, right? Monique and Mo is the same person, correct?
Man,
I just want to make
this
sure I
Earl
write on
Stevens
that.
will do it to you.
They came from the same place.
What's on your mind?
What's on my mind? Y'all having too much fun in there. But this is Cynthia.
hey, Cynthia.
Hey, twins.
Hey, baby.
Everybody. I just really want to commend you guys for this. I've been watching the journey, and
Thank you.
What we think, though, for young Black women, we don't think it can happen to us.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was 30 when my mom got diagnosed the first time, and she had the exact same cancer that you had,
Okay.
Melissa.
Uh-huh.
And so she had been clean for 16 years before it came back. And she caught it real early.
Mm-hmm.
The second
She did
time.
the
So
lumpectomy?
she did the lumpectomy.
Gotcha.
And then the second time, they had to do the mastectomy. So they were going to try to do the reconstruction. But because she had a radiated breast and that tissue, that starting that process was uncomfortable for her. So she said, take this out. I'm not doing this.
Yep.
So
it was really uncomfortable. Very.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And during that time, with having to do it in her saying with her father and the radiation and stuff and being an only child, you have to be the strength for your parent
Absolutely.
as well.
Yeah.
And
Excuse me, Cynthia. I don't mean to cut you off. Can you turn your volume up
On your phone.
on your phone?
Hey guys, for Facebook we have a caller.
Okay. Yeah, we have a caller, and I'm going to let you guys know what her comment was, because I know on our Facebook Live you can't hear her. So if you see us just listening, we're listening to the caller. This is Cynthia Black, and she's calling and giving her testimony. So we're going to, as soon as she's finished, we're going to let you know what she called in and what her question and comment was. Okay, so just hold tight with us. But did you turn your phone up, Cynthia?
She hung.
Okay.
Okay, there she go.
Okay. Cynthia, you back?
yes, I'm
Okay.
back.
Okay. Did you turn your phone up?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you
better
now.
Okay, we can hear you better. Okay. Continue.
Okay. So, the second time around when my mom, got it, she decided she didn't want to, have implants or anything. So we went through the mastectomy together, and that healing process is rough.
Ooh. Yes.
And so because she's had it twice, and even though her and I both took the BRCA test, and we both came out negative, the cancer runs rapid in their family.
Wow.
It was my mom. She was the first, so it was my mom, and then her oldest sister, and then a sister under her has been diagnosed with breast cancer. One of her first cousins. And then there's other types of cancer that runs in the family as well. But that's just 4 right there with under the same, lineage and brothers, sisters in one family.
Wow.
And one niece and mother, both mother-daughter, they both had it. And then my great aunt, which is my grandmother's sister, had it. So we figure it's coming from my grandmother's side.
Wow.
But my question is really geared to Monique because she was so proactive, and I'm really thinking about it. So, because I have an 11-year-old that I got to live for.
Absolutely.
So, when you decide to do it and you're not, have not been diagnosed, is the process, what is the process like? Do you get to keep everything? Do you get to keep your nipples and they just clean out the inside? I mean, these are things that, when you're going through, we don't know because nobody tells us. So you being someone that proactively done it versus someone that has to do it afterwards, what's that journey like?
So to my Facebook watchers, Cynthia Black just asked Monique, what is it like being proactive as far as being supportive and, not actually going through what Mimi went through, but how is it, I guess going through the process of having things removed? Is it, what do you do? How do you do it? How do you cope with it? So what is it like being proactive and being supportive and doing what she did as far as removing her breast, and do she, lose things as far as the nipples and stuff like that? So that's a very good question. So I just wanted to inform the Facebook viewers that couldn't hear the question, and now Mo will answer the question.
Cynthia,
and I hope that's not too personal.
That's why we're here.
No, man,
that's why we're here, so everybody can know.
It's the dinner table.
What?
Right.
What's on your plate?
On? You know what, Cynthia? I could have kept everything, but I decided to why keep it and then come back next week or in the next 3 months and they say you have it. Get rid of everything. Just take it all. And it's hard. It is. It's mentally challenging. I have to say I have a great fiance because I know I give him a hard time because, to have to go through, I watch my sister go through the struggle of chemo. And I hate that she had to go through that. I hate that anybody have to go through that. And I didn't want to have to go through that. So I had to do what I had to do to be here for my family, and it's hard to this day, living with this, I'm happy I got some new breasts. They sitting straight up, but it's still things that it's mentally hard on you. It is. And like I said, my fiance is so supportive of me. He, that's what you need, support. And
I think the biggest thing, I don't mean to cut you off, the nipple part. My surgeon, he said, why would you put a contaminated nipple? The cancer started in the breast duct, in the milk duct. So why would I put a nipple back on there that could have the cancer?
It's pointless to get the done.
Exactly.
Get it done.
So we like the Kevin Hart joke. She ain't got no nipples, but I'm thankful because I'm here.
Now,
and I'm sorry. Go ahead.
let me ask you this: when you say remove everything, what that entails? What is everything?
They
All
scrape
the
all
tissue.
the breast
All the
tissue
breast
out.
tissue.
Everything
Okay.
come out.
Everything.
Everything.
They
When you
scrape
get
it out.
done, and I got pictures. That's a shame I don't want to show y'all, but I got pictures of when you get done, everything is just sewed up and it's just flat.
It's just
Nothing.
Because you got the tissue expander, and so you got a
Right.
little bit, and that was a shocker to me, looking in the mirror to see, damn, I don't have no nipples. My breast looks, so different now, and that was just so life changing, you know. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful, you know, that I'm here, because it's people that didn't, you know, make it. So I can't complain about that. I go get a tattoo. You know what I mean? Just get it tattooed on. And I'm not here to satisfy nobody. I got my husband, and he good with it. You know.
Do you get it? Let me ask you that. This is not a joke, but it's going to come out as a joke.
It's a joke.
No, it's not, man.
Like that.
But do you? No, listen. Come on, now. Do you get a tattoo of a nipple?
No, I'm gonna get the ribbons, the breast cancer ribbons.
Okay, there. You said yes.
She gonna get
and that's big too, because your fiance being supportive, because I know he probably like a nip.
And that is a
My
horrible
fiance likes
feeling.
ass.
You like ass?
He don't give a shit about that.
But that's a horrible feeling to not have a nipple and you gotta whip out. You know what I'm saying? That's an insecure feeling.
Yeah,
you know, especially when you got people that judge you on how your appearance and how you look. Cynthia, you still there? I'm sorry, sweetheart. We just.
But you know the thing about it is like when we met. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Larry Carson.
Hey,
shout out to Big
Larry.
Daddy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Big
Because
Daddy.
he beat not breast cancer. He had stomach cancer.
Yeah.
And, you know, he retired from work and everything, man. But he also had good insurance.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He beat stomach cancer. You know what I'm saying? So that's our brother. So shout out to Larry Carson.
Amen.
But I'm just saying, like, I actually got two parts of this. We were young coming into the plant, man. Yeah. We were young and we were vibrant. We had a good time, and this, that, and the other. We was crazy, and we had a good time. Yes. And for something, all the way up until that point, for something to hit you like that, man, it's like, whoa.
You never think that.
Yeah.
Growing up, you never think, when I get older, I'm going to have cancer. Never would I have thought that would come across to me.
Yeah.
You know, and it's such a messed up feeling. I tell you that, you know, I look at people like, especially when I had cancer, we used to go on the bike ride. Mm-hmm. And my thought, she didn't know this, but my thought riding with everybody is, I got cancer out of this whole group. I'm fucked up.
Man.
That mental is horrible. That is the worst feeling ever.
Listen, I remember a time.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Sorry,
Wait a minute.
Dang, he had to talk to me like that.
We gotta stop right now because
Stop, Q. Don't
no,
call me
I
out.
gotta talk about it.
Oh my
The
God.
fan.
Monique got a fan with
I'm
her.
hot, y'all. I'm having one.
Is the fan? Is that
It's the Stolies.
It's the Stolies. Do it represent?
Don't do
y'all
it.
don't
Don't do
understand
it.
how we talk,
Hey,
and I'm
baby.
not about to just sugarcoat nothing because this is
Okay.
what we do. Does that represent menopause?
It does.
Okay,
That's
let's talk
another
about
thing.
it.
Maybe
With
saying that.
my
I ain't saying that.
With the type of cancer
got a
I
fan
He
over
tell me I have to talk into the mic one more time.
with the type
That's
of
the sound of the
cancer I
fan.
have is hormone positive. Hormone is HR positive, so hormone receptive. So the pills that I take are to help keep my hormones down. That's what happened. I went right into menopause.
Did you?
I'd already been going into it, you know, because I had a tube removed, so I'd already got shot into it. But the cancer and taking the treatment shot me all the way into it. I got fans all over the house. I got a fan on my bedpost.
You got the Cedar Point miss, like when you
Stop when you standing in the line with the dress.
He ain't your friend.
Listen, this is what I've been wanting to ask, and I'm sorry, she.
No, you're
I've
not.
been wanting to talk. Right. Hey, why don't
You're not at all.
why don't people
sorry.
say? I don't mean to cut you off, but this still cut you off.
Look,
Right.
you always say, I
But
don't mean to
listen.
cut you off and cut you off.
But
do
this
it
what
every time.
this is what I want to know.
You got steak fries.
Right, steak fries. Jamal. She said my fingers look like steak fries.
Old McDonald's fries.
Potato wedges.
Hey, the Earl Stevens has kicked in. So this is my question, man. What did it feel like to ring that bell?
Oh.
Q, they didn't give me no bell.
What?
I know. I felt so bad. You know, that really
Now the
broke
bell
my heart.
represents what?
That you done. That you have became victorious in your battle.
Wow.
You fought your journey,
no
and
bell?
that hurt my heart that I could not ring the bell. That broke my spirits. Wasn't nothing else I could do. However, I thought that I had one more treatment to do. Was we out to dinner? We was out to lunch. We went to Olive Garden.
We went out to eat, yep.
And my doctor called me and said, you know, you did your last chemo last week. Oh my God, y'all.
So you've been waiting.
I was so excited.
You weren't saved by the bell.
So it wasn't the bell, you know what I mean? But the radiation people, when I got through, they gave me a certificate. They took a picture with me. It was just,
we had flowers
really nice,
and balloons and all kind of stuff.
I was just went through the neighborhood and rang everybody's damn doorbell.
Right. I'm done, bitches.
That's what
I wanted it. That was huge.
Yeah.
The hospital that I went to don't have the bell.
See, you said you didn't bring your fan, but look what you're doing.
Right.
She done fucked it all up. Fan, but she took that. But you know what, man? Listen, this. That's why we had a part 2, man, because, you know, this is so informative, you know, and people inbox me. Mm-hmm. People called me, people tagged me, and, you know, for us to get over 1,000 views within a 24-hour period, that was saying that, you know, you guys helped them.
Yeah.
And reach out
you know
to me.
What I'm saying?
Yeah. If I'm on Facebook and you see me on Facebook and you want to talk, if anything going on, reach out to me.
Give them your information for Facebook.
Exactly.
Where they can get to you.
My name on Facebook is Melisha Poole. Everybody in Fort Wayne called me Melisha, but it's Melisha, y'all.
You might want to spell it for people.
It is MALECHIAPOOLE, and that's at Facebook. And y'all will see my picture. I got videos from when I was doing my chemo. They at one time I told they had a new nurse. Oh, I was so pissed, y'all. I had a new nurse, and I'm telling the lady, it was another lady nurse that was a veteran that was there with her, and she said, "Well, she's new. She gonna get you started." Okay, so when you pop the needle in, the port that I had. It's a 2-port. So imagine it's got rubber pieces, and when they pop the needle in, it push the rubber pieces down so it can put the medicine in. When you take the needles out, the rubber piece pop back up. They did the port because you can't keep putting chemo in your veins because you damage your veins. So everything that went into this main artery right to my heart. Wow. So it's right there. So when the lady did she stuck me. I told her, I said, hey, this don't feel right. Something don't feel right because when they stick you, they put saline in and they pull back to see if you got a blood.
Okay.
So when she did that, she pulled back and it was some blood. But when she put the saline, I felt like it was running down my chest. And I told her, I said, this don't feel right. You know, I'm telling you, this don't feel right. She like, no, we got it in. Y'all, now 5 minutes later, my whole chest was red. My whole, the pre-meds, and luckily it wasn't chemo, but I had to take like Benadryl and all that stuff first. That had infiltrated my skin. It had me completely red. Wow. I was just so hurt because I'm thinking, y'all don't have to do this chemo. You don't have to. So you should pay more attention to what you're doing to people.
Right.
I was so destroyed. Right. You know, you don't have to be on this table. You don't have to get this chemo. So if you don't know what you're doing, and I'm telling you,
right,
you know,
something is not right.
Exactly.
So, you know your body.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, that just destroyed me. Messed me up.
Well, Mo, also, you know what I'm saying, because people look at, you know, the supportive team and, you know, you were so supportive and being there for your sister. And so you were part of that journey. You were part of that book. You were part of that survivor. Let the people know how, if they have questions for you, because they may have family members that have breast cancer and they want to know how can they be an assistance of positivity. So you can reach out to Mo and let them know how they can get in touch with you.
Yeah, y'all can reach me at Monique, Monique, Richberg, Richberg, at Facebook. And I'm on Instagram. I think I'm the same on Instagram, but but reach out to me definitely because it's, you have to be there. And I had to be there because we lost our mom and our dad a year apart from each other.
Yeah.
And like she said, we could do a whole nother show. We were adopted. So really, I mean, we have our mom's side of the family, our dad's side of the family.
That's a whole nother show.
Yes, but we... Oh,
that's that. They talking about that fan. Look, that fan sound like a model plane. Right? If y'all hear that, that's that menopause fan. It sounds like a model plane. That's what I was talking about earlier.
I'm over here feeling good. I'm telling you.
Rhonda Rowe.
Hey, Rhonda.
We love you, Rhonda Rowe.
Love you too.
We wanted to get that out
really
too.
quick.
But I wasn't done.
Oh, I'm sorry. We covered.
This is the second show and they cut me off. I'm not doing it this time. I say that to say we are all we have. So I had to be there to support my sister. My daughter, her daughters, everybody was just so, we have to be there to support each other. Because we don't have nobody.
And that's one thing I watched from the show last week, and I did want to talk about that a little bit, if that was okay, about you ladies being adopted and how you got the cancer. It was a hereditary.
Yeah.
It was and can you just explain the invasive? Was it invasive?
I had invasive, and what makes it invasive? You got non-invasive and invasive, non-invasive and invasive. What makes it invasive is when it starts to spread, and what happens is spread it to my lymph nodes. And when they did the surgery, he ended up taking 8 lymph nodes out, and they said that it wasn't any in there, but come to find out, I did have. The cancer has spread to 1. And thank God I went when I did, because the cancer could have spread everywhere else, and ain't nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean?
And the sooner you go, the better. The better.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we're going to give a toast in the air for everybody that's going through something. And since we're talking about breast cancer, everybody that's going through breast cancer, we're going to give a toast to all the survivors of breast cancer, man. We want to thank Mimi and Mo for coming on. This is a 2-part, and they always welcome to the dinner show, the dinner table show. The dinner table. Wow, the dinner table with Q and She, man. We really appreciate y'all. So let's go ahead.
Is it possible that I could just say a couple things to?
You got lights on the fan too? What the hell is going on?
That's the bike fan.
That's from the state fair.
We slow roll.
It's slow roll. They got lights. They got lights on their fan. Listen, we got 9 minutes.
Okay, really quick. I got a little piece of paper because there's some people that I wanted to say something to. It's a long
she at the Oscars. Like, I just want to thank.
I don't want nobody.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait. Look at this. She said I got a few people I want to. Look at this list.
Shame.
We should have did that in the beginning.
But no, really quick. My husband, who just did everything to make sure that I was good. I had to worry about shit, not nothing. So thank you, Lorenzo. I love you. My family, Dominique, Sasha, Kamaya, MJ, DJ Cameron, Mo, Leisha Tank, June. My nephew drew a picture. And he sold it on his website, and he donated the money to me. The breast cancer, right.
That would be my
Rhonda Rowe.
son.
Rhonda Rowe.
Nada Lanasia. Lord, I didn't mean to forget my nephew and niece. Rhonda Rowe sent me money every 2 weeks. She was making sure I had money in my pocket. I didn't have to worry about nothing. Thank you, Rhonda. I love you. Ray Banks. When I first found out.
Ray Beasley
sent me a... It was so cute too, and he was like, "Mimi, it ain't much, and I don't want you to feel like, He said, "I know it ain't much, but it was the thought." He sent me a bar of soap that had a breast cancer symbol on it. That's why he lived in Texas, and he thought about me to send, and so I appreciate it.
Local 51,
Myra Butler, Local 51. I love my Local 51 people. I got my sweater on right now. I cut it up a little bit.
You got 2 minutes, girl.
Myra Butler, Crystal Foshin, she brought me an ankle bracelet. Nicole, BB's wife, she brought me a tumbler. My Local 51 family, everybody, I love y'all. Everybody supported me. My They Say family. Ajane, Gina, Portia, they was always there at chemo. Tierra, but they was always there at chemo. Lana, she got me a shirt. I ain't had a chance to get over there to get it, but I will. Andre, and I think that was it. Yeah, I got everybody.
She got a whole little paper, y'all.
Man, that's all right, man. Can we get a hand clap for that?
Hey.
There it is.
I love y'all. Thank you. Local 51, though.
Local
really
51 for life.
Yeah,
look. That's Oily Lou.
Hey,
what up, though? Andre Aaron just say, pour me a drink.
Andre called me. You should have called the show, baby.
So listen, this is the part of the show where I have a couple questions, right? We play this game. This is name... I'm going to give you a part of a movie, and you have to name it, right? And I want to see which of you guys going to name the movie first.
Okay.
Then I have a second part to that.
Oh, Lord.
Do I get to win some money?
You get to win
some more of this
Earl Stevens, because we still got a half a bottle left, and I got to go to work. This is what we do. This is Q and She at the dinner table. This is what we do every Thursday, 7 o'clock. You dig, on Podcast It. So
wait, before you do that,
talk to me,
because y'all know Q can talk.
Absolutely,
I just want to thank you ladies so much for taking the time to come out and share your story.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all for having us.
And I hope this is not the last. I hope that this will open up the door for people to reach out to you, and then you tell your story and your testimony. So thank you so much.
Thank you, She.
These ladies are lovely. They're beautiful. Their spirits are beautiful, and I just thank God for them coming out and share everything with us.
I appreciate that. That's so nice.
Miles for having us.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
So okay, we're just going to the movie. Let's go to the movie.
Oh Lord.
So I'm gonna quote this movie, and I need you guys to name the movie. Here we go. Get your burnt bacon and your biscuit batter and step the fuck off, Brandy.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Brandy.
Step the fuck off, Brandy.
She came in and she cooking. He didn't know she was there. Get your burnt bacon and your biscuit batter. Which one? And step the fuck off, Brandy. Come on. You got 5 seconds. 5.
I ain't gonna
4,
win shit. Don't tell me
3, 2. Oh, hey, we only got a certain amount of time.
Not what's love got to do with it.
That was last week.
Get your burnt bacon and your biscuit batter and step the fuck off, Brandy.
Thin line between love
Yay! We get a hand clap.
Nice.
And then we're gonna wrap up. I got one more question for y'all, and y'all can team up together.
Okay.
Give me your best 5 dead or alive R&B songstress.
Luther Vandross.
Songstress.
Oh, she right.
Man. All right.
Tina Marie. I like
Tina Marie.
Mary J.
Not in any order.
Mary J.
Okay,
Sure.
Tina Marie, Mary J.
Yeah. Anita Baker.
Keisha Cole.
Keisha Cole.
I love Keisha Cole.
like her.
Oh, no. Come on, man. Hey, the interview is over. She talking about Keisha Cole.
Y'all haters.
All she do is,
got a
hey.
She has a great voice.
That's all she do.
You a hating ass.
like her.
Keisha Cole.
Yes, I love Keisha Cole.
And we all over 40, and you put Keisha Cole in there?
We might as well say Monica with the white shoes.
Man, with the oh my God! So we got Anita Baker, we got Mary J,
Fuck y'all.
we got Tina Marie,
Tina Marie, definitely.
and then we got 2 more.
Nina Simone.
Nina Simone. Nina Simone.
I ain't really listening to Nina
She that dude
Simone.
that sing.
Nina Simone in
She
top
know
5.
that.
Everybody top 5 different.
And
So
Who you say?
Oh man, let's go.
Me.
I already know. Anita Baker.
Anita Baker, Anita Baker, Anita Baker, Anita Baker, and Anita Baker.
Right.
You might as well say Shaka Khan.
No,
Shaka Khan.
Hey. And she doesn't get a lot of play, but
Who?
Faith Evans. She has a beautiful
Faith
voice.
Evans.
Faith Evans Cole.
Yeah.
So this is your top 5 dead or alive. So we got Tina Marie,
You should
we
have
got
said
Anita
something about
Baker.
the men.
Right.
No,
Why
I'm
it's all
just
about women.
because we
I love
you
her.
hear.
But I'm huge on Jagged Edge and Jaheim.
Oh man, see now y'all we ain't even finished and y'all take us away.
Wow.
Can we finish?
Go.
Anita Baker, Jagged Edge. Anita Baker, Mary J. Blige, Tina Marie,
She said
Nina
Nina
Simone.
I love Nina
What's the
Simone.
5th one?
Saweetie.
Who?
I'm just playing.
Sade.
The forehead lady. I like her.
Sade?
HD.
No.
Yeah, she was good.
Man, so y'all ain't gonna say Chaka Khan?
Keisha Cole.
Hey, listen, it's that time, man. We had a good time. I want to let you know we got to wrap it up.
She fine.
It is 7:57. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep. One thing we do is we try to start on time. We try to end on time.
Thank you,
So
y'all.
we want to thank Mimi and Mo for coming in.
Thank you.
For representing and giving a testimony.
I appreciate
You know, and they gave y'all that information where y'all can contact them, ask them questions. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I got 2 movies coming out on one day, 2 premieres, man. February 27th is Menace to Marriage. It's at Bel Air Theater at 6:30. And then at 7 o'clock, I have Asbury Park, the movie. That's at Fort Wyoming. And then at 8 o'clock...
with them steak fries. Quit putting them on the table.
Then at 8 o'clock, I have Royal Oak Imagine Theater, Asbury Park.
Hey.
It's going down.
You're
so
doing the damn thing.
doing it.
Yeah.
Get my girl She. She, what you got, She?
I love it.
Well, I just went to New York and I did a contract with someone, so I'm excited about that styling them. Shouts out to my other client. I am the official stylist for the Mahogany brand at Hallmark.
Hey!
So excited. Shouts out to all my clients. And I just want to say, tomorrow's my son's birthday.
Happy
What is this
birthday.
season? What is this? What is
Season. It's winter.
No, I'm talking about the
Aquarius.
Aquarius,
Yeah.
yes. How could I forget that? He's Aquarius. Shout out to my son. Happy birthday to him. JV, Mr. Dallas, and that's it for me.
Can I say
Hey.
real quick? My daughter lost her great grandmother today too. So sending
Man,
some
our
prayers out to the
condolences.
family. Yeah.
Oh, and I just want to keep those in prayer for the people in Texas.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh
Who
my
lost
God.
their lives and that pile up.
the pile
pray
up.
for them. Pray
Tragic.
for those who've been injured. Pray
Yeah.
for the families. Shouts out to Texas. You're in prayers. So I just wanted
Amen.
to say that.
There it is. And we gone.
Woo,
The
we
dinner
out.
table every Thursday at